Hello everyone, Jiggy Wiggy here with another showcase video. This time I thought I would showcase my Nintendo merchandise collection. This is basically a video where I show any of the things that I have that are toys or figurines or not the games themselves but anything related to them. And I have my Amiibo collection here to start off. And first up we have Mario from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Now, of course, Mario has his own IP, but this particular one was made for Smash Bros. And it was one of the very first Amiibos to come out. So there are actually some differences between this one and the normal Mario Amiibo that came out a little bit later with Mario Party. So you can see the differences here. The Super Smash Bros. One has a bit more detail in its denim here. And the normal Mario Amiibo is a bit more clean and friendly. So I'll put the Smash Bros. One right over here. So I would like to say, for this Mario Amiibo right here, this was actually a gift from a very important person of mine. So, you know who you are. Thank you very much for this. Similarly, that person also gave me this Peach Amiibo. And this is the one that's also the standard Mario version. There's also a Super Smash Bros. Version, but I don't quite have that one. However, they are cross-compatible. You can use this Peach Amiibo on Super Smash Bros. And get the same result as if you used a Super Smash Bros. Version one. So I'll put this over here. Let's see. Next, we have a Samus one. Now, this one's very shiny. You can see the shine off the lights there on the armor. Now, I really like this one. I don't particularly play Samus that much, but I do like it as a figure. Now, the stories say that there is a Samus Amiibo that had a factory defect where it had two arm cannons. It had one here and it had another here, and it sold for a lot of money. Apparently there's a lot of factory defect Amiibos that come out, and people get a hold of them as soon as they can, because they're said to be very valuable to collectors. Now, next up we have Link. Now this also is the Super Smash Bros. Version, and there's a new Legend of Zelda coming out that was announced not too long ago. I believe it's called Breath of the Wild. Now, please don't crucify me if I got that one wrong. I didn't fully watch the trailer, but I did hear about it, and based on what I've seen, I have to say it looks like a very promising game. Now, this particular Link has his classic green look about him, but the new Legend of Zelda has a completely new design for Link, including a different color. Instead, it's some kind of turquoise blue. But it looks really cool. I like both designs myself. Now, let's see, what's next? Oh yeah. Next up we have Captain Falcon from F-Zero. Now, personally, Captain Falcon is one of the people that I main in Super Smash Bros., as well as Mario. So I really love having this one. I'm also a big F-Zero fan, and I know that F-Zero hasn't had a release in quite a long time, so I'm really glad that there's an Amiibo out for him. One thing, it always reminds me when I see this Amiibo, he always has a gun belt. He has never once used his gun, I don't think. I've never seen him use his gun. It's not a move that he uses in Super Smash Bros. I've never seen him use it in the F-Zero games. Why does he have one? I guess he's a bounty hunter, but he's never used it. Next up we have Captain Olimar and his Pikmin. Now, Pikmin is a personal favorite game of mine. I love the series. I love Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Pikmin 3 is alright. But this particular Amiibo is really, really nice. I love the little glass dome helmet that he has here. It's very, very true to his character design. And of course you have the little Pikmin here as well. It's a very nicely detailed figure. It's one of my personal favorite ones when it comes to just the look of the figure. Now this one is a Kirby Amiibo. And this one's really simple in terms of design and complexity of manufacture. Now I just noticed right here that there's a bit of a blemish on the skin here. It looks like the feet are actually starting to peel off of the body. So that's a big bummer, but this Kirby was also a gift from a different person, and you know who you are, so thank you very much. This one's special to me. So next up here is the first Amiibo that I ever bought, Marth. So me and my college buddies went to multiple stores on the opening day when Amiibos were first coming out. And at the time, we had no idea how rare any of these would be. We just wanted certain characters, and Marth is the one that I wanted out of all the ones that were originally available. So we searched multiple stores, and they were able to find their Amiibos. And at the last store that we went to, I finally found a Marth. And so Marths ended up being extremely valuable because they're very rare. They're in very high demand, and some of the Marth Amiibos online would go for $70 or something like that. The original retail price is $13, so they're very, very rare, and I was just lucky enough to get one. But funny story with this one. So my college buddies and I were in a Smash club, a Smash Brothers club. And so when we got the Amiibos, we started training them and using them in our fights for fun. And I bulked up my Marth Amiibo with a whole bunch of items and stat increases, and I ended up calling him Sigmund. And he ended up being a pretty good Amiibo. But what he would do is he tended to only chase after women on the battlefield, specifically Palutena. And my college buddies would make fun of me for it and call him Sigmund the Booty Hunter. Or no, it was Sigmund the Booty Warrior. That's it. So that brings me to my next Amiibo, the Palutena Amiibo. So with the whole Sigmund the Booty Warrior thing, one of the other Smash guys in due time was selling a Palutena Amiibo. So I went over to buy it so then I could have an Amiibo tag team. So we have Sigmund the Booty Warrior, and we have Palutena the Booty. So I have my Falco Amiibo here as well, and this one I covered in my Star Fox collection video. So I'll just do these two really quickly. We have Falco, and we also have Fox. So a couple closing things. Amiibos are really cool. They're pretty modestly priced, and you get some pretty well detailed figures out of it that also have compatibility with the games that you play. And I think that's really cool. When it comes to other Japanese figures, the prices tend to be really, really high. So for what you get and the price that it is, these are very good value. Next, I'd like to go through my toy and plushie collection. Now to start off, I have this little Mario here, and I remember getting him when I was a little kid at Blockbuster. He has a little sound box inside of him here that he does his catchphrase when you squeeze him. I can't believe the sound box has survived all these years. So I'm gonna go through my bigger plushies first and then move my way down. So first here we got a Yoshi plush. And this one is actually a backpack double. You can see the straps here. And he has a little zipper on his back as well. You can put stuff in here. The cavity isn't really that big, but it works well as just a plushie on its own. I got this one just recently at a garage sale for $2, which is, in comparison, I think they're usually $20 at the store, so I got it for a steal. And I also have a big Donkey Kong here. Now, I remember my grandma actually got this for me when I was a little kid. And he's very, very detailed. He's got this really nice tie. He's held up really, really well. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with him. Except his voice box might not work anymore. Let's see. I don't think it does. You might have to bash him against something to make it work, but that's not very ASMR-y, is it? So I'm gonna refrain from doing that. Next up we have a Mumbo doll from Banjo-Kazooie. Now, this one I got relatively recently from one of my best friends. You can see that there's some things about it that aren't in too good of shape, like the eyes here, and I think that's because he lives in a house with a dog, and naturally a lot of the stuff there gets kind of torn up sometimes because of that. But I love Banjo-Kazooie so much, so to have merchandise like this is really cool. And here I got some Pikmin plushies. So I got a bulb red Pikmin here and a flower blue Pikmin right here. I actually have 3 of the bulb Pikmin. Let's see here. And we got another blue one and we got a yellow one as well. So I think I got the 3 bulb Pikmin for $10, which was a pretty good price. When I was a kid, I really wanted Pikmin plushies, but I could never get them. So to have some of them now is really cool. To add to these, there is a baby Bulborb. So this is the small version of it. There's also, in the game, there's a huge version, but this little guy here was made along with these Pikmin plushies. So there's a little cavity inside of this guy. You can have him eat stuff. So it's made so that you can put some of the Pikmin in his mouth. So that's a cool little integration. I think this is a really, really solid plushie. It's nice and big. His dumb eyes move around a whole bunch. Okay, next up, we have another Yoshi item. And this one is from Yoshi's Story on the N64. Now, I think my brother gave this to me a really long time ago, and it's a tin that holds, I think it was Jawbreakers, I think. But on the side here, you can see a bunch of art from the video game itself, so I absolutely love that game, but I haven't played it at all recently. I should go and find it wherever it is. But this is a really cool tin. It's one of my favorite collectibles. So I have a tinier version of the Donkey Kong plush right here, and this one has not held up as well as the other one. I used to play with a whole bunch of Donkey Kong plushies, and the rest of them don't even have their ties anymore. And this one, its tie is all messed up. I might fix it in a little bit here. I might try to restore it and retie it. So along with Donkey Kong, we have a Diddy Kong plush as well. And I just recently started playing Donkey Kong Country for the SNES for the first time, so I'm starting to really appreciate these little plushies here. I'm really enjoying the game. So we have two different sizes of Luigis. We have a bigger one and a smaller one. The smaller one isn't in very good condition. I need to resew the little strap here on his overalls, but yeah, these ones are pretty simple, just Luigi's, pretty well made. And we also have a little Bowser here. Now I think I got this one from a friend as well, and you can tell the eyebrows are missing, so he looks kind of silly, but you know, I always love the old plushies, so I try to get them wherever I can. So next, I think the rest of these are exclusively fast food toys. So these ones I actually got for, you know, like $1 at a garage sale or something, and these are really old fast food toys. I'm not entirely sure where they're from, but you can definitely tell their design is a little more crude. His face is a bit, it's almost a little creepy, but it's still interesting to see how their merchandise was years and years ago. Next we have this little thing from Super Mario Sunshine. I'm pretty sure this was a McDonald's toy, but basically what you do is you push Mario forward and you release it, and it's a little slot machine. Let's see here. No, I didn't win. No, still no. Let's see if I can win one. Nope. Nope, not quite yet. No. I was able to win this yesterday. No problem. I guess it just all comes down to luck. Nah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to win on camera here, but it's a nice little toy. Next we have this little Mario Kart thing. I think this was Mario Kart for Wii that this was advertised for, and you have these wheels that kind of move along the axle there, so I always found this one to be kind of cool because Mario has a lot of weight to him. And last we have a couple of little Tiger Electronics sort of toys, and this first one actually doesn't work. It's a Sonic racing game, and I tried it out and it just seems to be out of batteries. I'm holding it upside down. Here you go. But the other one here, the Super Monkey Ball one, does work, and it's just a simple game where you catch bananas as they fall down. I'm gonna play it here without looking, just for the beeps. It doesn't sound like I've lost a banana yet. I guess this game's pretty easy to play, isn't it? Anyway, that about wraps it up for my merchandise collection. Ever since I was a little kid, I guess I've been collecting merchandise, and I still do some of it today, so it was really fun to show you guys. Thanks for watching.